since the last time the Chicago Bears were in the Super Bowl. And this is like a circus, with the McCaskey family. They don't know how to run a football team. They've been ever since. I mean, Virginia McCaskey, her kids don't know how to freaking run a football team, and they're typically ruin this whole franchise. If George Hallis was still alive, he'll be like, "What are you doing to my team, man?" He's taking them to the dirt, and and so the best general manager that the Bears ever had was Jerry Angelo, because he took us to the Super Bowl, and after that, after Jerry Angelo, we went to Phil Emery, and we made it to the to the to the NFC Championship. But then our quarterback Jay Cutler choked at the end, and we could beat the Packers, and then here come and then we get Brian Pace, the guy that gives away our draft picks, and he makes awful trades and awful signs, and I mean the best move. The only thing is getting Khalil Mack. That and his worst move was drafting Trubisky, over Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes, you know, and that in and so then yeah, when we're going to the 2018, we thought we were gonna could make it to the Super Bowl because we had the the team to win it. We had great defense and our offense and everything. We had everything clicking, and then we had stupid Mad Nagy puts in Cody Parkey in, and it, didn't give he should have not give Cody Parkey, he should have they had a competition, with somebody competition with Cody Parkey, and then you know what he brought him and he ruined his whole fucking team, and and Mitch Trubisky, you know, I don't know. People say that Man Nagy ruined Mitch Trubisky. I don't like Mitch Trubisky at all. He never lived up to the hype of his second round pick. He never lived. He was a bust. But then they're saying that it was all Matt Nagy that that's the reason why Mr. Trubisky never succeeded because he never liked Mr. Trubisky, and Matt Nagy. There was also a rumor that he didn't even talk to Allen Robinson in 5 months. It's like, and then so yeah, they finally fired Brian Pace and Matt Nagy, and thank God that was probably the best move that they ever made. So then they get this guy from Kansas City Chiefs, Ryan Poles, that does not have any general manager experience, and and then they also get a coach that does not never coached. He's not a head coach. He's always been an assistant, and and then they're getting players like from the Chiefs and from the Colts, and you get, I mean, George McCaskey and Ted Phillips are still searching for a coach. You really trust them? Ted Phillips, I don't even know why he's still on with the Bears, and he's totally ruined it. Ever since he's gotten to the Bears organization, he's ruined this whole freaking franchise. And it's like, and so then yeah, and then in the search for a head coach, we needed to get somebody that had, um, Paulian to help us. The guy that is like so old to help us search for a coach, and it seemed like you had two black candidates, like in the team, and then you had George McCaskey and Ted Phillips in there, and then Paulian, search, and And then you have this guy Ryan Poles, and you said that it was Ryan Poles' decision to get this guy. You know what? It was because Dan Quinn didn't want to come here. He didn't want to come here. So the best thing you could have done is you had to go get the Eberflus. You should have got Brian Dable, probably the best coach out there. No, and you just let him go to the Giants. No, and I seriously don't understand this. It's like, isn't the offensive? Is it what we have to be looking at? Not, I mean, so then to get a defensive coach in mind, and then this guy Brian Poles, he gets rid of your superstar defensive pass rusher Khalil Mack, you know, just to save cap money, and money that we will not see next season. We'll see in 2023. And seriously, is he gonna? Who nobody wants to come here and play with Chicago. Like who is Ryan Poles is gonna try to bring in here? Because it's like Brian Poles is not. All these superstars that are going to other teams like Mari Cooper that's going for a fifth pick. I mean, we seriously could have got him because we know Allen Robinson was gonna walk. And then you also let go of you signed us some guy from Cincinnati Bengals that didn't pass his physical, so you had to go to the second best thing and you gotta get some guy from the Chargers that is known to be injured prone, and and then what else, and then what got really me bad is that Zadarian Smith was out there and the Bears didn't even look at him, not even, and they let him walk to Minnesota. And they took him. He was the best pass rusher that we could have got because maybe we had an opportunity because it didn't really work out in the Ravens. So he was still in the free agents. So it's like the Bears need to get, and you know I mean, there's like two good movies that I like. One that Ryan Poles made, but all the other ones are just cheap and they're not flashy. And you got no wow factor. Factor. There's no wow factor, and oh man. So I don't know what this guy Ryan Poles' um vision is for this team, and I don't think that he's really sold on Justin Fields, and we gave a lot of draft picks to get to move up to 11th to get to Justin Fields. Now we're gonna go and get rid of Justin Fields and trade him or something like that, you know. And I mean, there's a lot of good free agents that we could have got, but no, Ryan Poles doesn't want to give weapons to Justin Fields. So this is a circus thing. Virginia McCaskey should just put this down in her will. If something happens to her, just goddamn solid the team because her kids are totally ruined this whole franchise, and the Bears had not chance to make it to the Super Bowl at all because you know what? She's not gonna see a Super Bowl ever. She's almost 100 years old, almost 100, and I don't think she's doing really good in health. So, man, man, Virginia McCaskey, you should take the job away from your son because he does not know how to run this team. He's a fan, like he says he is, you know, and give it, hire somebody that knows how to run a football team, man, and bring back the Chicago Bears, the best defensive team in the league that we're known from the 1985 out, and a lot of Bears fans are really sick and tired of talking about the 85 Bears. We want to move out way from the 85 Bears. We want to go to the future. I don't want to stick to the past So let me know what you think. Leave me in this comment below. Subscribe to my channel and give me. And I'll see you in the next video. This is your boy King Peaky. Sign out.